will start this podcast today.
Go ahead.
Thank you. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Manny and Shawn Experience. My name is Manny.
And I'm Shawn.
It's so good to have you here with us today. Been a journey again today.
It's always a journey. But we are here, and we are thankful that you are here. Thank you for coming back to episode 43.
I stopped counting. Mostly because I forget.
Facts. But we are happy to have you guys with us again for another episode. Manny, how are you doing today?
I am doing good. I'm wearing glasses today because for some reason yesterday after, I know my contacts started bothering me and now my eye still hurts. So, just add something else that I probably got to deal with in the next couple of weeks.
This man has had some health issues the last couple of weeks.
I got arthritis, dental, now my eye. Now I'm scared to go do my annual physical.
It'll be fine. Everything is fine.
How are you doing?
I'm doing well. It's been a pretty good week for me. For some reason, I feel like I've been emotional this week. I don't know why. It's just one of those things. Maybe I need to schedule a session with my therapist. But
It wasn't me, I promise.
it wasn't you. Overall, I've been really good. I'm ecstatic about the relaunch and the rebrand and all.
I'm sorry, sir. The rollout.
The rollout and all of the positive comments we've gotten regarding how everything looks and how everything sounds. So we are happy that you guys are happy and you seem to like it. And yeah.
Yeah, and one thing I think I forgot to mention on the last pod, we had asked for topics of interest and we got quite a few. I hope nobody thinks we're not listening or reading them. We're saving them and we're trying to plan out how we want to approach those episodes. But we'll definitely be doing those recommendations you've sent to us. We're looking at trying to collaborate with people. So
yeah, we definitely want this rollout going forward to be exactly what we want it to be, which is to reach more people, to build a bigger community, not just an audience. You guys are part of our community. And we want to expand that, and doing so, reaching out to other podcasters and being on their show and then being on our show and shouting a lot of things. We're still working on some things behind the scenes. But with all that said, should we get into the mixtape?
I think we should.
Okay.
Roll it. Go.
You're in the mix.
You're in the mix.
Shawn produced that all by himself. At least the graphic. He did the graphic all by himself.
And the audio.
And the audio, well, somebody did the majority of the audio.
Okay, fine. Whatever. I had to mix it.
So this week, if you skipped the last one and just landed here and you've listened to us before, we have replaced the issue on the table with the mixtape because it's more inclusive of just mixing different topics and things.
Because that's what we do here.
Yeah. So we're like, issue on the table. We didn't always have an issue. So that's the second time. The last time I'll say that. Okay. Because if not, I'll say it every episode after that.
Please don't do that.
But actually, a topic that came out from those questions was about spirituality and what spirituality means to you as a person and what kind of beliefs. And then so we threw that question out to our Instagram followers and asked them what spirituality meant to them.
Okay.
So we can start out with what spirituality means to us, or we can jump into what our friends have said.
I say we go first, just so we don't get any ideas put in our head from them. Or at least that's the way I feel about it.
I support that.
Okay. So for me, I will say spirituality or religion has changed as I've gotten older. When I was younger, I was brought to church kind of against my will because you're a child and you have to do what your parents kind of ask or want of you. So we would be in church every other Sunday. If there was a fifth Sunday, then we would go on that Sunday. So I grew up in a very Baptist.
What is a fifth Sunday?
So some months have 5 Sundays in them. So they call it Fifth Sunday.
5 Sundays? Is there 5 Sundays in a month? Whatever, go ahead. I'm so used to Catholic Church.
So we would, exactly. So there's a difference. There's a first Sunday. We wouldn't go to church on first Sunday. We would just go to Sunday school. Second Sunday, you would do Sunday school, and there would be regular church fellowship meeting, and so on and so forth. Got it?
Got it, sure.
Good. So I grew up in the Baptist religion, and it kind of shaped my life for most of my teenage years until I left home. When I left home, it was an opportunity for me to try to figure out what exactly I believed in and not just the followings of someone else. And I think that's a big deal, especially in this day and time, but we'll get into that later. Now I consider spirituality just my relationship with God or whoever you may believe in. I don't go to church. I am not a bedside Baptist either. But spirituality still has a place in my life. I just am on a journey of figuring out exactly what that means for me. How about you?
I think we had similar upbringing versus just the religion was different.
Yes.
I grew up Catholic and definitely at church every weekend during those special weeks of like Lent, and be in church multiple days. Did the whole communion thing. I was an altar boy. Don't get any ideas. I grew up very rooted in the Catholic Church. But I would say, like you, it has changed. Are we diving now into what it is now for us?
I mean, you can if you want to.
I mean, for me, religion now is not something I seek anymore. I don't want to call it. I don't want to be disrespectful. Like some people call religion cults, and I don't think religions are cults. I think, religion is something that people follow. They have that sense to have or wants a belief into something specific. But for me, organized religion is not something I see as part of my spirituality.
Okay. Cool. I mean, yes, I don't particularly think it's cool to call religion a cult, but a lot of things that you use to describe a cult can also be used to describe religion. And that is up to the individual how they feel about that. We'll go into what you guys said.
Sure.
We'll take it from there.
Click that first one.
All right.
So spirituality means believe in something stronger than me.
Okay. I get that. So I feel like the basis of religion, right, is to give people hope, to give people something to hold on to or if you are struggling with something or you're going through like the worst time of your life, I feel like religion is that little piece that people hold on to that says, hey, there is something bigger than me and I'm going to be able to get through this. And I feel like that's the positive aspect of religion. What do you think about that statement?
I mean, I think it's a fair statement. I believe that there is something bigger than us, a creator of kind, but I don't put it back to the different figures that religion come of as their God, if that makes sense.
That makes sense to me.
But I would agree with that in religion, something bigger than us is out there.
Okay. All right. Finding the ability to be a loving, kind, supportive, patient, and good human being. I love that.
At the core
of it.
Spirituality.
Because I feel like if more people took this route when it came to spirituality or religion, the world would be a better place.
Mm-hmm.
What I feel like a lot of times is people will take religion and weaponize it.
Mm-hmm.
And then like I feel like the whole thing falls apart.
And I think, and I can't speak for around the world, but I feel like that's what's happening here in the United States, where religion has become a weapon versus what used to be a belief. I mean, I'll say religion has always been kind of around as a weaponizing tool.
Agree.
I think back to some of the people that used to be on TV that worshipped Benny Hinn, but I don't remember his name.
I know who you're talking about.
Like those big figures.
Like Pat Robertson.
Yeah. Like they use, in my mind, religion to weaponize people, creating a marching army versus, for me, this is being spiritual, being in touch with the higher being. It's just being a gosh darn good person.
And at the core, I feel like that is what we should all strive for, is just being a good human being at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But
we live here.
I know.
All right. Having a personal relationship with a higher power that you don't force onto others. Hallelujah.
And here is another good example. Your relationship with whatever being or power that you believe in is great. I love that for you. What I don't want you to do is to take that relationship and then tell me that I need to have that same relationship.
Or live by
by those rules of whatever being it is that you follow. That is where the whole thing really does fall apart.
Right.
That's when you force it onto other people.
Right. That's where I get mad with religion. And, it's not always the church itself that's weaponizing people. It's the people that go to the church that use the words. And again, there are pastors out there that use it for weaponization, but most religions, the priest isn't out there weaponizing their congregation.
No.
It's the people that go. And I mean, don't force it onto others. That's been my biggest thing, especially with everything that's happening in our country with new laws and everything's being based on the Bible, the Bible, the Bible, the Bible. And then I go to you and like, which Bible?
Right.
Is there only one Bible then that we build laws? And so like, stop forcing religion on other people. I know people who are atheists. I know people who don't believe in anything. Like, do I judge them? Do I try to tell them, you should have a belief in a spiritual system? No.
Goes
back to the other one, being a kind person.
Being a kind person. Our whole political system right now is kind of jacked because a lot of evangelical extremists have infiltrated into politics and they want to push Christianity onto everyone in the United States when the US is a melting pot of different people, different cultures, different religions,
different beliefs.
We can't just have laws based on the Christian Bible. Like, that doesn't make any sense. And then it reverses to being part of the LGBT, where they are saying that we are pushing an agenda for everyone to be gay or everyone to be accepting of gay people. And that's not what anyone is saying or doing. But it seems like that is the road that they are taking, where we're Christian, this is America, you should be Christian too, and follow those Christian values.
Yeah.
That they don't follow themselves. But
these are good.
Okay.
Yeah, can you read it? Goodness, I will write up my paper and send it over. Hashtag lots on this topic. So essentially, like, a lot of feelings that I can't write in these 200 word characters that Instagram gives us. That's it.
Okay. That's it. So what is your takeaway from the responses?
I mean, they all pretty much coincide with kind of what I think spirituality is. You know, in the gay community, it's hard to have a religion because I would say all religions are not accepting of the LGBTQ community. You know, there are gay churches.
Mm-hmm.
I've never been to one, so I can't talk to what following they're teaching within a gay church. But, you know, I find it hard to associate with religion when it definitely turns its back on you.
I agree. Like, my hardest thing with religion is that I have to rely on the fact that the Bible, because that is what I grew up with, was written by man. And at the end of the day, man is very flawed. And although these people are saying that, you know, they got this information from God, or, you know, they lived through it, we have been known to alter things to fit an agenda or to fit a way that we think that things should go. A prime example is how we are trying to rewrite history here in Florida. So again, I feel like it is up to the individual to have whatever relationship that you have with whatever higher power you believe in, and leave it at that. That relationship should be for you and you alone. If there are other people that agree with you or you feel the same way, that is what church is for, I believe. You all kind of feel the same way. You all
create a community.
That same way you have a community of like-minded people. And I think that's wonderful. I think that is amazing. And taking it back to just being a good human being, when you incorporate all those things, then that is the spirituality that I strive for. I strive to be a good human being, to be a good person, to treat people the same way that I would want them to treat me. And at the end of the day, that's all I want for everybody. But yeah, that's what spirituality means to me now.
Yeah. I mean, that's where I've been at for many, many years. You know, even after I moved away from home and, you know, I was away from church for a while, I did try to go back. But it was hard to sit there and be like, well, I can't go up for communion because that's a sin.
Right.
I'm not technically supposed to be with the person because then that's a sin. So it's like, how do you walk in through those doors and say, wow, this is a God that, you know, is there for me, when the book, apparently, that was written based on those words, is against me.
Right. It's very hard, I feel like, for people in the LGBTQ community to sometimes, and I know there are gay Christians out there, I'm not taking anything away from that. But it's hard for someone to go sit in a church and then hear your community being talked about in a negative way, or saying that you are a bad person when you show up every Sunday just like the rest of these people, when you go to work every day like the rest of these people, when you're just trying to pay your bills just like the rest of these people. Why is it that because of who you love, you are being condemned for it?
Yeah. So I just keep it as, when I find the need to touch base with that higher being, I touch base with that higher being. And, I don't even like to call it prayer because I don't know what it is. Conversation for me. Also, like when people are like, oh, can you pray for this person, pray for that person? And I'm like,
pray for me.
Who am I praying to? Who am I praying with? So I go more on the energy of, spreading positive energy. And that's usually what I tell people. Like, I'm sending all the positive energy I can send to you during this difficult time, because I feel that's another thing about religion. Also, I feel like people just throw things around like, oh, pray for this, pray for that, pray for this, pray for that. And it's like, to me, it's like, aren't you cutting the value of prayer then?
I get what you're saying. Most of the time is pray for everything.
I mean, and by all means, like, I'm not knocking again.
No.
Anybody that does that or believes in it, but my response will typically be, sending all the best positive energy I can to you. It's kind of like that. Maybe I'm more in touch with the universe.
Maybe so. And I don't think that's a bad thing. Like recently, and you know this.
Oh, yeah.
I have really gotten into watching near-death experiences on YouTube.
Shows pretty. Is it a show or they're just random shows?
Well, it's a guy who has a podcast, but he will interview people that have had near-death experiences, and he will let them tell their story and what happened to them and blah, 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 blah. Like some of the people that it has happened to have been atheists. Some have been Catholic. Some have been Christian. Yeah. Some don't have a religion. They kind of, like you said, feed off the universe. And to hear some of the stories, a lot of them sound similar, or they'll start off similar. And everyone has a different experience, but there are similarities within their experience. And
it's all very universe driven.
It is energy. Very universe driven.
There's never been a mention of a god. At least in most episodes that I have seen.
And most of them, no. I have seen some where some people, they didn't call him God, or they didn't, it wasn't like this, the thing that they saw, or most people don't see something, they feel it. And they're like, I don't know if it was God or what it was, but it was like being everywhere all at once.
Yeah.
And feeling everything all at once in the universe. Like, I don't know. I'm kind of obsessed with it.
Yeah, when I watched it, I was like, oh, maybe that's where I'm at. I'm more of a universe guy.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, no one knows. Well, I can't say for sure no one knows, but if you had a near-death experience, maybe you've gotten close to knowing what happens to us when we leave this earthly plane. But whatever that is, I just feel like if you treat people the right way, if you live your life in the way that you are doing your best to help yourself and other people, and like Manny says, like just putting out positive energy and positive vibes and not going out of your way to be ignorant or hurtful or whatever it is to people, then that is, at the end of the day, what I want for myself. That's what I want spirituality and religion to be about.
Yeah. And again, if you celebrate or are part of religion, I support you in that.
Yeah.
Like, that is your journey. That is your belief system. And I can't be a kind person if I'm judging you because of that.
Right.
So then I'm not even living to my universe.
Right.
But yeah, we want to thank Michael on Instagram who sent us that topic. When I saw it, I'm like, I don't know. But I think it was a good conversation to have. You know, maybe you're thinking or struggling with religion yourself. Like maybe you want that or need that community or belief system, but you just feel like it's rejecting you. You know, just there's other people out there that believe the same. Sometimes you just got to find where you fit in with that.
Right. And I feel like we kind of touched on this in previous episodes, but like I said, if you are Catholic, Christian, whatever, don't let the ones that are out here being extremists and doing the most, deter you from being who you are. If you're a Christian and you have the values and you know that you are different from those people who are claiming they are Christians, but doing the extreme and doing the absolute most, your relationship, again, with that being is your relationship with that being. Don't let them mess that up for you.
Yeah. We hope you enjoyed this conversation. It was a little calm for us. I felt we have to talk very low. It's about religion.
Not at all. So you want to get some mess?
Let's get a little messy.
Okay. We'll talk about some mess, y'all.
This isn't messy, actually. I thought this was cool. Snoop Dogg announced on Tuesday that he has canceled 2 concerts at the Hollywood Bowl that has been intended to celebrate the 30th of his debut solo album, Doggy Style. Anyways, citing that the current strikes by the WGA and SAG, I don't know what the hell they say.
SAG.
Okay. So essentially he's standing in solidarity with all of those folks. And apparently he's done that before to be in support of all the writers and actors. So
I mean, he's an actor himself. He has been in quite a few movies and TV shows. So yeah, the writer's strike is something that we want to talk about. We're trying to see if we can maybe get someone in the industry.
Because I don't fully understand it. And I really don't want to fuck it up.
To talk about it. Because it has been going on for a while now. And now that the actors have joined, like Hollywood is kind of at a standstill. And all I've heard is things like some of the executives are like waiting for people to start losing their houses and job or cars and thinking that will make for some people to cross the picket line and start working again.
That's just dirty.
But that's so messed up.
These people are so rich.
So rich.
The writers aren't.
And these are the people that basically supply you with the thing that gets you the money that you need. So like, I'm not understanding why you're not.
They think they can do it with ChatGPT now. I mean, they think they can do it with AI.
AI is not where it needs to be in order to be writing movies.
You know what's going to succeed right now?
What?
The Floor is Lava on Netflix.
I mean, truly, everything is about to be like reality TV shows and game shows.
Yeah.
Because you don't
need writers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just put 12 people in a house and call it a show.
Maybe by 2025, if this strike is over this year, we'll have actual TV content again. But like next year is probably going to be trash.
I saw a TikTok where it was like, oh my God, so many shows were being pushed 2025, 2028, 2030.
Like Stranger Things. I think Stranger Things got pushed till 2026 or into 2025. Those children are going to be like full ass adults.
Avatar is already 25 years in between each movie.
They were shooting the sequels at the same time.
I saw it got pushed to like 2030 something.
I'm sure it did. So the next couple of years is going to be
people
trash
that have been waiting for Avatar may not make it that far to see the release of these movies.
That's wild.
And the movie industry is just kind of getting back up after COVID.
Yeah, because COVID did mess up a lot of things, and now we were getting back on track, and now things are pushed again.
Yeah, I mean the theater near us still has not recovered.
Marvel has
Them
a
seats
slate of movies that have been pushed back, which is probably a good thing because I feel like people are going through like superhero fatigue at the moment.
Yeah.
But again, like you think about actors and actresses, like they ain't gonna stay the same way they are.
Mm.
But we can use AI for that, for making people look young on screen.
Oh, yeah. I good on Snoop Dogg for I standing with the people. I thought that was cool. Like we're gonna stand in solidarity.
I agree.
I think I saw somewhere where what's his name from the XFL? He was in Moana.
The Rock?
The Rock. I read somewhere that he donated a couple $1 million to the organizations that support these.
The Writers Guild.
Yeah.
Okay.
I forgot to write it down, but I could have sworn I read it somewhere. But I thought The Rock was canceled.
That story came and I feel like it went.
Right.
Because it was some story about kidnapping and something, but I feel like it came
and
then it went away.
Never heard anything else.
No.
I don't know.
I
thought Disney even dropped them.
I mean, he's not going to be in Moana anymore.
No.
So, but hell, is Moana even happening now? Or has it been pushed to 2030?
2055. Good thing we got the Little Mermaid out the way. We would have been waiting for the Black Mermaid for a very long time.
Yeah, I don't know what happened with that story. But I see The Rock, he's still out here hanging out with Kevin Hart. So, I mean, if he got canceled, it was a very soft cancel.
Yeah, I guess so. Anyways, in Latin pop news culture, news culture, that's a lot of words.
Who said that?
Rauw Alejandro, who is dating Rosalia.
Who you can't understand what she sings.
I've gotten better at understanding Rosalia, but her flamenco singing style is a bit much for me to understand at times.
She likes chicken teriyaki.
That's a good song. Mati, chicken teriyaki. Anyways, the pair have been dating since 2021. They have now made the difficult decision of ending their relationship.
Boo-hoo.
They were actually engaged.
I did not know that.
I thought I knew that, but I wasn't sure if I knew that. But yeah, that was really sad. They both came out with a statement this week. They were trying to keep it on the low, but rumors started that he had cheated on her and blah, blah, blah. And he came out and wrote a statement that was not the reason they broke up. And she also wrote a statement right along the same lines. So I don't know, we covering it up?
And they seemed like, I don't know them like that. Like, I listened to Raul's music.
And they just released the album this year together.
That's true, they did. But they seem happy together. But like, people can look happy in the streets and holding hands and doing whatever, but you never know what's going on behind closed doors.
So every time I see Bad Bunny and Caitlyn Jenner.
Kendall. Not Caitlyn.
Sorry. Kendall.
Bitch, I want to see Bad Bunny and Caitlyn Jenner hanging out. That would be hilarious.
Anytime I see Bad Bunny and Kendall now messed up. They just look so miserable.
They do not seem like they're having a great time.
Where do you smile? Or are you just trying to figure out what one person said?
Also, what is the communication? Because we started watching this show on TLC. Damn, what is the name of the show?
It's one of those married shows where, but this one they matchmake you.
Yeah, they're matchmaking overseas.
They take Americans over there.
Well, yeah. And so this one lady, she is a white lady. I'm just using that as a description just so that you know. She's 52 and she's in Colombia and she meets this really nice guy and he's 50 or 51, it doesn't matter. But he doesn't really speak English that well. And so on their first date, the matchmaker was their translator. On the second day, he wasn't there, and it was just them two. And she speaks a little Spanish, and he speaks a little English. And I'm just like, how does Kendall and Bad Bunny? What is that conversation like?
I don't know. Maybe they got Google Translate.
Okay.
Or something.
Love knows.
Anytime I see a picture, they look upset. So maybe behind closed doors, they're happy.
I guess. Maybe. Never mind.
I wanted Rauw and Rosalia to last. I wanted Bad Bunny to break up. But here we are. Unfortunately.
Maybe Bonita will
break up with her soon.
Free one day. I wish them something, the best.
Good health to both.
To both.
I guess I need to be a kind person about this, even though it annoys me.
It's not about you. It's about their relationship.
I wish them both good health, though. I do.
That's sweet.
Yeah, even if I don't like somebody, I'm not gonna wish bad health on them.
Anyway.
Oh, that face.
No, I'm not wishing bad health on anyone either. I might not wish you well, but
I wish you well. I wish you well.
Stop before we get a copyright strike.
Please. YouTube catches my shitty ass voice. Yeah, no, that's not gonna happen. Anyways, let's jump into what's your issue? Roll it. What's your issue today?
So last week I told y'all about Carlee Russel and that I was waiting for the facts to come out. For those of you who don't know who Carlee Russel is, I don't know if you were under a rock or maybe you just haven't been paying attention. But she is a nursing student from Alabama who said that she saw a toddler on the side of the road. So she pulled over. She called a family member. She called 911. And I don't know, they thought somebody took her because she left her car, her wallet, her phone, blah, blah, blah. Showed up 2 days later to her parents' house, blah, blah, blah.
And nothing.
So it turns out that she lied. It was a hoax. And now, just today, they have filed charges against her. So I'm going to read you what her lawyer put out last week. Before everything.
Oh, before.
Yeah. So she admitted last week in a statement via her attorney, my client did not see a baby and did not leave the Hoover area. She did not have an accomplice. She was not in a hotel or was with anyone while she was missing. All of that is pertinent because before she left, she bought a bunch of snacks from Target. She took a bathrobe from work because she works at a spa and some toilet paper. Where she was, we don't know. But she had snacks, a robe, and toilet paper.
This is the thing. Like, people want to do stupid shit and everything gets tracked. Your credit card gets tracked. There's cameras everywhere. Like, they slowly piece everything together, and it's just, you're gonna get caught.
You truly are. So now the information that I have is a little outdated, and I just put it in here today, but the news broke maybe 2 hours or so ago that they are filing 2 charges against her. They're both misdemeanor.
Misdemeanors. Not misdemeanor.
Both class A misdemeanors.
Is it worth it? Let me work it.
Yes. So she's been charged with falsely reporting an incident and false reporting to law enforcement authorities. Now, if convicted, she could face up to a year in jail. One of the lawyers on one of those NBC shows said more than likely she probably won't serve that much time, but she might serve some jail time. But the big kicker is that she might have to pay back some of that money and resources that were used to help find her, which could be up to $100,000. So, that nursing degree, you might need to start working on finding a different degree because I don't think you can be a nurse I will refer to the expert on that.
I mean, no. I'm an expert to get you there. If you commit crimes, I cannot help you. That is up to the state board that's going to grant you that license.
Yeah. So
I mean, it'll be a misdemeanor, so they might not restrain her.
But it's a Class A misdemeanor. It's like the highest misdemeanor.
But it's not a felony.
It's almost a felony.
Well, that's up to her God, her lawyer, and the state board of nursing, wherever she decides to sit.
Well, I mean, again, don't know what kind of mental state she was in, so don't know what's going on there. So I'm still not going to clown this young lady, because
I mean, if you're looking at it from a psych perspective, like it's a cry for attention, whether it's negative or positive,
right?
Whether the attention is because she feels that she needs help but doesn't know how to express that, or feels the need to display this for somebody or someone.
Right. I'm sure we will find out.
I'm not a trained psychologist.
I'm sure we'll find out more in the coming days since she has been arrested. But stay tuned for that. And then I have one more, if that's okay.
I'll allow it.
So I'm going to talk to y'all about Ted Lasso. And I have covered Ted Lasso before.
Let me get my drink. Should have been alcohol.
If you have not seen Ted Lasso and you like comedy, but you also like a touch of realness and something that'll put you in your feelings, then Ted Lasso is the show for you. I just watched the season finale or the series finale, the last episode of the series this week. And my God, the show has always been super positive about mental health and talking about it and showing how one character goes from, needing something to going to therapy to becoming a better person throughout the show. Like the character growth in this is amazing. But this show really deals with a lot of issues that I feel like a lot of people deal with, told through different characters. And it is just an amazing show. I'm sorry that you never got into it. But
it's so amazing. I said the same thing every time.
Literally cried.
It's so amazing.
Several times throughout the series. I told you, I've been emotional this week.
Oh my God.
And then I like to watch
Dr. Hernandez.
Who the fuck is Dr. Hernandez?
I forgot the name of your doctor.
You made me lose my whole train of thought. I like to watch reaction videos on YouTube, and I was watching someone watch the last episode of the show, and I started crying again.
Oh my God. What is this? What is this? This Is Us, that show?
I've never watched that show.
Everybody was just like, oh my God, I cried forever.
But
the only time I've cried in a movie was in that Jurassic Park movie when I saw that poor dinosaur just left on the island and the fire was consuming. I just like, oh my God. And then also when I thought Rocco died.
Who's Rocco?
Rocket.
Oh.
Rocket died. Guardians.
I was like, Rocco's Martin Life? Okay, the dinosaur thing was sad. Not gonna lie.
I was just like, oh my God, the poor dinosaur.
He's like, I didn't ask for any of this.
I'm like, you were created without your permission after you were extinct. And here we are again, letting you die in a fiery death.
But anyway, y'all, if you have any interest in the show, like I would say watch like at least the first 3 episodes of the first season to see if it's for you. I mean, if you're not hooked after the first episode, I don't know what to tell you, because I was. But amazing show, amazing feelings. That's my issue this week. How about you?
Oh, right. Awesome. My issue this week is, what is with people? What is happening?
What is happening to what?
An 11-year-old girl in Florida was charged with a felony after She falsely reported that her friend was kidnapped.
Oh, Lord.
She told police that her friend was taken by an armed male. The girl said she was being followed, sending the cops. Wait. The girl said she was following behind, spending the next hour or so texting updates. Cops tracked the phone, bringing them to her home. She said she got the idea from YouTube and thought it'd be funny.
Wait. So her friend.
There was no friend.
Oh. Is she got a felony?
She got felony.
Is she 11?
Whole ass felony.
And she's 11.
Yeah.
Wow, I guess Carlee got off easy there. I mean, she might have to pay $100,000 back, so that's not really easy, but
I mean, I don't know. The crime might be a little different.
that's true. Wow. I don't know.
I mean, y'all, I know we say mental health and people only like to blame mental health when somebody goes and shoots something. Mental health is just all around us. And if that to me is a cry for attention. Somebody is not taking care of that child.
Those are the ones paying attention.
And I know people will say kids do kid things, but this was a cry for attention.
Was she doing it for TikTok?
I don't know. She said she did it because she saw it on YouTube and she thought it'd be funny.
I want to know what YouTube videos she's been watching then.
I don't know, because I feel like YouTube would have taken that down.
Right.
I don't know. I'm just like, y'all that might have kids, check in with your kids. Like, I'm not a parent, so I probably don't have any space to be telling you what to do.
Watch your children.
But I mean, just check in with them. Like, mental health can consume you very quickly.
It can.
And it makes you do things. She may say she did it for fun, but it may have been for other reasons, like, I need attention. I'm not getting the attention I need at home. Like, yeah,
Yeah, there's definitely probably a bigger issue underneath that, and hopefully they will at least try to get her some counseling or something to see what's going on.
I mean, now it's just even worse. You're getting charged with a felony at 11 years old.
Like, I feel like that has to be like expunged at some point.
I'm sure they'll drop.
Because
they won't drop all the charges, but I'm sure they'll downgrade the charge.
I mean, because they are pushing you way back.
Then again, it is Florida. State of law and order.
God, don't get me started. Is that all you got?
That's all I got today. Oh, I have Post Malone's new album just dropped.
Oh, okay.
And I know, well, I don't have enough data to give you a review, but some people seem to think that I only like reggaeton. And I know I've said this in the past episode when I talk about Kelly Clarkson. Yes, I do listen to Post Malone. Surprise, surprise. His album was it's a vibey, like, summer album. Lots of guitar.
Okay.
I gotta go through it again to see what my highlight songs are, but it's a vibe.
Okay. I
Post Malone.
Funny enough, like, going to work on Monday, I think I listened to one of his songs that I like. It's Enemies with him and the baby. I don't know. I just like this song. Like, his voice is very melodic on it.
Yeah.
And I dig that. So if that album is more of that.
It is. Yeah.
Okay. Then I'll give it a listen.
Yeah, it definitely is. I also like Mac Miller.
I mean, I like Mac Miller too.
I know, but these seem to be things that might be surprising to people.
To other people, got it. I mean, some people were surprised that I like Haim.
Oh.
But like
he loves them.
I feel like I have a very diverse catalog of music that I listen to.
I think I only show the world my love for Bad Bunny and reggaeton. But if you look through my Spotify, there's a lot of like lo-fi beats, jazz, classical, like all kinds of like music you might not think I like, but pretty diverse.
I like diverse. I mean, it's a good change from what you always listen to. Like, there are artists out there, or artists that I found on Spotify, after hearing like one song from just like having it play a random radio, that I would have never listened to had it not been for that. But like now, like those are some of my favorite people to listen to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Step outside your comfort zone.
Definitely do. I used to be very like straight line on music. Like
Me too.
this is all I'm listening to. Back away. My window's got to be down so you can hear the music. I can't have no crap music coming on.
No what music?
No crap music.
Oh, I thought you said crack music.
No,
and I was like, what is crack
No.
music?
But now I'm like, you know what? We're going to jam this Post Malone summer album here. Have a good day.
Yeah. I think the only thing I haven't really gotten into is country. And it's not for not liking some country songs. It's just not something that I vibe with.
Yeah, I mean, the song Beyonce did
Oh, Lord.
with the Dixie Chicks, that was a cute country song.
It was, but it was also Beyonce. So
Does that not count? So you got CMA awarded or nominated.
I mean, does it count as loving country music or loving Beyonce?
You're right. No, that song turned me to country.
Okay. Now, who else do you listen to on the country side?
Carrie Underwood,
Name another one. That don't count either.
Kelly Clarkson.
That definitely don't count.
She do some country.
I know she does, but she's not a country artist.
Anyways, we've come to the end of
It's
this
fine.
podcast today.
I'm going to try to listen to some of the new kids' music. Ice Spice apparently has an EP out, so I'm going to try to listen to that.
Ice?
Spice.
Like ice, like what you put in a cup.
Ice
Spice.
Spice. Mm.
Okay.
Sound old.
Maybe we've hit the podcast world a little too old. Hey, I'll be jamming to the margarita song. One margarita.
I think that's for everybody, but okay.
Oh
Anyway.
boy. Well, anyways, we've come to Anyways, we have come to the end of this podcast. We thank you for coming along. We hope you enjoyed some deep spiritual conversations, a little pop that veered into more pop, and then some updates on mental health per usual here.
You know, we like to drive all over the road. Anyway.
So don't forget to follow our podcast on your favorite streaming platforms or subscribe on the YouTube to receive alerts when it drops.
Yes. And you can find us on Instagram and Threads. And we're going to get it right this episode.
Oh, yes. For our listeners that don't watch it on YouTube, you got the wrong one.
So you can find us at MASXP23 on Instagram and Threads.
And if you're already following us there, you're already
You're fine.
there. Anyways, we just changed the names.
Yeah.
And then you can shoot us, or not shoot us. Don't shoot us. Please don't shoot me.
No.
I was going to say you can shoot us an email,
Oh.
but that's not my line. So you can find us on YouTube at youtube.com/@MASXP23. So just like our Instagram and Threads.
We tried to streamline all the handles so it was just the same for everywhere. So if you can remember MASXP23, you're good on whatever platform. That includes Twitter and TikTok. I know we didn't say it, but we're kind of focusing more on the ones that we get more attention on. There.
Yeah.
Boom. You can also email us at mannyandShawn@gmail.com. That's MANNYANDSHAWN@gmail.
Boom. Over.
Yes. Thank you to all our new subscribers because we had a few join the rebrand launch thing. So thank you
Roll out.
to all our new listeners. If this is your first time actually listening to us, welcome and thank you. And we hope you'll be back to join us next week.
Yes, and we've said it a few times. We're going to do some interesting vlogs coming up, but we are going on the Carnival celebration.
Yeah.
8 days of fun with lots of kids.
Oh, we're going to miss Virgin.
And then we're looking at doing something at Hallow Scream and potentially Halloween
Horror Nights.
Horror Nights.
Which all the houses got announced. Maybe we can talk about that next week.
Maybe we can. I love spooky season.
We do love spooky season here. I know it's early, but like spooky season starts earlier and earlier every year.
I mean, I think Mickey's Not So Scary starts in August. Yeah. Any last words?
Keep that relationship that you got going between you or whoever it is, and make it grow. And be a good human being.
Snaps. Well, I can finally do Naomi clap. Laomi, sorry. Laomi. This was the clap I've been telling y'all.
That's a throwback.
Yeah, and it's
way early episodes.
And if you're not watching us on YouTube, it's the explanation I've given you 1,000 times. You take the middle finger, you put it with the thumb, and you clap, clap, clap.
Got it.
Right? That's my last word.
Yeah.
I can't do any better last words than what you did.
All right.
Don't forget, also, our Virgin Voyages are up. If you want to learn about food and ship things, entertainment will be up at some point. But as we like to say here on the Moss Podcast.
On the what podcast?
Oh, the Manny and Shawn Experience.
Get it right. It's going to take them a few. I'll let you have it.
Yeah.
But do something good for yourself.
And then do something good for someone else.
Yes.
Thank you for being a part of the Manny and Shawn Experience this week. We hope you'll come back. We hope you'll share with your friends. Tell your enemies. I don't care. Tell everybody.
Tell your priest.
Tell your priest. Especially this episode. This is a great episode.
It is. It actually probably is a great episode for your clergyman to listen to. Manny really didn't curse this episode. Don't say nothing.
I think through 2 or 3 times, but it's considerably lower than it's been in the past.
This is true.
So, ha ha!
All right.
All right, we're out of here. It's Friday night, and we're going to go sit on the couch. Bye, everyone. Have a great rest of your week.
Bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Farewell. Oh my God. So at the end of Ted Lasso, the team did the song from The Sound of Music. So long, farewell. You had to do that.
Bye, everyone. See what I have to look like.